Hello YouTube, this is Christonian, playing a new game called Unreal World, which is a Finnish game based in the Iron Age of that time. I looked this name up, and I'm pretty sure that's how it's spelled, which is Adahi, which means lives in the woods in American Cherokee, native Cherokee. Oh, what happened? Just lost my spelling. What? We'll try For some reason I didn't like the spelling because I've tried this before and I had a taping malfunction, so it probably has my name in the repertoire. Okay, so these are the races. You can press random. Each culture has information, so if you press F1, you get information on each one. It's pretty thick. This is a roguelike RPG, so it's like Dwarf Fortress and Towns to a certain extent, but I would say more Dwarf Fortress with a flavor of Minecraft, and you'll see why I picked the name as Live in the Woods kind of thing. So I'm going to pick these guys because they're the strongest, and I was looking at them in my last one, and they do the bow. So these are the funny faces. The big hat guy, almost emo, and there's the snot on beard. Should call him snot nose or whatever. And there's a creeper, some guy. I'm going to go with that guy because he seems the most rugged out of all of them. So we're going to go like that. Each of these are your starting points. Spring, summer, autumn, winter, etc. And you start April in spring, June in summer, autumn, I'm assuming September, October, and winter is winter. And the difficulty is like different for every single one. I'm not going to say I'm an expert, but this will be a basic introduction into the game for my first little bit of the videos, and then it will just be a journey with my character, and we'll hopefully see him evolve and do all different kinds of stuff. Winter is the hardest, summer is the easiest, spring and autumn are in between. Spring being the second easiest, and then autumn, because autumn has less time to prepare for winter, and you starve out. So because I've played this game before and I have a successful summer character, I'm going to actually start a spring character instead. You can also use your mouse, which is kind of nice. And again, I had a really good start. This happened in my last one, but I had recording issues. So hopefully I won't have any problems at all. So I am not going to re-roll. There's a re-roll over here, as you can see, because fear of horses is one of the easiest or best phobias to have. You can have phobia of blood, which would, it makes you black out if you see too much blood, I guess. I haven't really had anybody black out on that kind of stuff, but I'm assuming it's too much blood. And that would be in a bad situation. Like a good situation would be you black out because you're just doing a carcass, cutting up a carcass of a bear or a deer, for example. But a bad situation would be you're getting attacked by other Indians. I see them as Indians, but they're Finnish people, so I don't know what you want to call them. Or Finnish natives. You could look at it that way. And horses, I don't even think are implemented in the game. So it's like the best fear to have. It's the same as any RPG. You got your strength, your endurance, dexterity, agility. Those are good for your dodge skill. You'll see my skills on the later page. Eyesight, I usually want to get it pretty high because I want to see my game or my enemy from a pretty decent far away. Hearing, smell, and touch, I haven't really taught on them, other than hearing I can think of is when you go to sleep. you can be woken up by a rustle in the bushes and stuff like that. So it can either be a temperament. I don't know if it's a temperament or a good thing to have cranked up. Having some water because it's ice cold where I live, minus 22, and then there's wind chill, so I've been dried out over the day. Intelligence and will, not a big deal. And as you can see, my guy is a tank. I think that can be a detriment sometimes because it means I need to consume a lot more. But as you will see from my game, I will play the very easiest way, so you guys get a good understanding and we'll have a good let's play. But there is many, many options to do. So I'm going to say yes, I want to keep that. This is your prayer thing, or chant, your ritual. It will actually be shouted in like Finnish, and you will see. Some of the things in this game are like true classic, and like I said, I just got onto this from YouTube, somewhere on YouTube, and it's like super addictive, and it's such a like very low res game compared to the monster computer I have. So I'm gonna pick Fisher, but I think you get both, so it doesn't really matter. Can't improve anymore. See, I wanna. Oh, okay, I can't improve anymore. I've been having issues with these things here, so I'm gonna pick building, hide work, carpentry, timbercraft, and survival. See that? See? Look at what happened there. I'm having something wrong with this dodge here. It seems to be taking one of my skills, and I don't know why. I'm wondering if it's been doing it all this time, and I just haven't been paying attention. Well, anyways, let's look at my skills. So I got like 60% club, so I'm going to be a club guy for close combat. And I might actually be better with a spear than a bow this time. Usually I love to use the bow. Bow is fun to use. It's not a big deal because survival's already at 60, and that was the last thing I wanted to do. Timbercraft 52, carpentry 26, hide work 24, and building 52. That's high. I don't think that's usually that high, so I'm going to build in a pretty decent time, which is good. And everything is depicted by whoever they they had. I think it's just friends, you know. Some of them are pretty hilarious. So it says press any game or press any key to continue. This is the world. It's fully randomized every single time. Oh my! And that is a great start. You want to start right here against these people because they're the most friendly and they have the most trading like villages, shops available in every village. So that's where they mainly are, right across the river, and I'm right there. That's where it wants me to start, but I'm worried I can't get across and I won't be able to trade with them at all. I could try swimming across maybe. It might kill my character, but I wonder if we'll zoom out, see where my thing is, and just press W, and maybe my randomization point will stay there. Yes, this is awesome. See, that one's not as close, but I can still run it. So there's a river in the way again, and they seem to be on the other side. So we'll randomize again. Sorry if this is a little boring, but I like to make it like perfect. Again, it's cool. It's actually saving the zoom in and everything. So that might have a chance of spawning on the other side. We'll do it again. There we go. That's not as bad. because there's a decent amount of roads. Those are roads, and then each one of those are villages. And then this is a nice river that goes all the way through, and if I press C to go to cultures, you'll see that there's yellow, blue, and dark blue. So this might be it. I might go with that. I'm a little bit far off, but if I go completely west, it should be good. So we press E to enter, and I was thinking about cutting it off, but I'm going to keep it going just a little bit, and I'll just make this video a little bit longer than 10 minutes. So these are all your startings, and if you only have the demo, I'm pretty sure you only get up to here, or maybe here. If you pay, you get the rest, and what the easiest start is to be, I want to be a fisherman. You start off with extensive fishing equipment to follow your path as a fisherman. So I'll read this. In your childhood, you used to go fishing with your uncle. From him, you learned to respect the guardian spirits of the water, and were always fascinated when he sacrificed some of the fish to them after a good day's catch. You began to admire the power of the water, and dreamed of becoming a great fisherman one day. Once you and your uncle got a poor catch, and your uncle didn't want to sacrifice any fish, as your village was starving. But uncle, maybe you still should, you tried to say, and he said, quiet now, he interrupted you. We must row home. Before you got to the shore, you were caught in a sudden storm, and your punt, which is a small canoe, capsized, or a canoe, I don't know if it's the same size. Where was I? Capsized. All the fish you had caught, along with you and your uncle, fell into the water. You managed to swim to shore, but your uncle was mad, and he put it on you. We should never fish again. He should never fish again. The guardian spirits of the water don't like him, he declared to the people, and you were never allowed to go fishing again. The time went by, but you didn't give up your dream. You often used to sit on the shore, watching the water and talking to it. You always thought that there wouldn't have been a storm if your uncle had sacrificed even one fish. One night you sneaked into the fishing shed and took all the equipment you could carry. I know enough to make my living by fishing alone, you mumbled as you left your home for good. The days after that weren't easy, but little by little you began to learn to use your own fishing tackle better, and the further you traveled, the more friendly the water seemed to be. So that is the scenario we are starting with and our story for our character. So it shows you what you've created. Press any key. So these are your three options. Third is for advanced people. This one is probably like normal or medium. And this one has a tutorial which actually rewards you with stuff like a pike, which is very helpful off the start. So we're going to do Living in the Wild because I want to make this an introductory and hopefully a character that will survive for a decent amount of time. It said something there, I forgot, I clicked by it too fast. This is like the basic wiki of the game. It's just telling you the basics, la-di-da-di-da. Yeah, that's just the basics again. Press any key, Unreal World waits for you. So as you can see, you can rotate your head just as if you're looking around. So this is your tasks, and this is the tutorial I was talking about. And I haven't even completed the full tutorial, so maybe that'll be our goal on this Let's Play. So the first one is essentially water. You want to go to the water and take a drink. So you use Q to drink, F3 to look at a location, and choose the distance. So you can look around using your keyboard, and you have to use your keys. You can either use your arrow keys, or you disable your number pad by clicking off numlock, and that, at least on my keyboard, unlocks it. So I'll tie it up here as Christonian logging off. Thank you guys for subscribing, and I hope you like the new Let's Play.